That's right. Happy Monday, everyone. Happy Memorial Day. Want to start off the podcast, show, live stream, challenge, whatever this is. I want to thank everyone that served and or has paid the ultimate sacrifice to defend our country and lets us do this type of nonsense. Dougie, I'm here with Dougie Freshness and Joey P. Dougie, this was your brainchild. This is your idea. What are we doing here tonight?
So initially, the whole hype's been going around about Harold Kumar again because it's I think the 20th anniversary is just hit or is hitting. So like it's been sparked up again, and I've seen some people talking about the Harold and Kumar challenge. Anybody that's not familiar with it, it's a crave case, 30 burgers, 5 fries, and it's supposed to be 4 large drinks. But Baloney, our mathematician, did a quick little breakdown and decided that 8 beers would suffice for the soda. So and then I'm really trying to push my application for this garage beer drinking with Jason Kelsey. And I'm pushing that, and then just so happens that Garage Beer is doing a collaboration with White Castle. So it's like all the worlds are coming together. Somebody upstairs is telling me, get going, get on this challenge, and let's get it done. So that's what we're doing, baby.
And you got me, you got myself and my hermano Joey P as moral support. We're here to cheer you on. I would love to be able to say, hey, I'll drink and eat a couple of burgers for you, but this is a one-man challenge. So we're just here for moral support. Joey P, how you feeling today?
I'm doing great, hermanos. We partied a little bit too much better last night, but here we are, and I promise I'm going to behave. So as you can see, I got my trusty Bears mug here, and whatever I happen to enjoy in this mug is going to be, I'm sure, just nothing over the top.
Right.
Yeah, well, there you go. We hope you are all in the comments, winding down your Memorial Day. Hope it was a good one. I am winding it down with a little bit of water. I might partake in a garage beer too later on. But for now, I guess let's get to the strategy involved here, Dougie, because 30 sliders, 8 beers, 5 fries. That's no small feat. Yeah. What's the mentality? What's the game plan right now?
So mentality is to let's just get started. So
okay,
crack this first guy. But I am definitely not going to be going down the route of the 999 challenge. And I'm not talking about the whiskey aspect of it, but I'm talking about that's like a timed thing. Like you have to go, because you've got to do it in the amount of that baseball game. I'm just going to, keep on going, and see how far I can get and everything like that. What are your guys' predictions? What do you guys think I'm going to end up doing?
I'll go first, Dougie. I mean, obviously, you have the whole world behind you, and you can already tell the chat's already firing it up. So, I think you're gonna kill it. Okay. Honestly, I think it's doable because you're gonna set your own tone. You're gonna set the pace for yourself, and I've been to war with you, so I know what you're capable of, brother. I know you're gonna do it. I think you're gonna finish this.
On today of all days, Joey P. What the hell? No, I'm just kidding. I will mention the chat is fired up. Everyone's rooting you on. There's no naysayers so far. I did tell you my prediction ahead of time, Dougie. I think you get the 20. I think you get the fries and the beer. The fries are a sneaky part of this challenge, where once they get soggy and cold, they're going to be awful to deal with. I think you got to get those out of the way first. I thought, the Harold and Kumar challenge is out there, but we can make your own spin on this and stuff. I thought if you're able to substitute beers for sliders and kind of level those out, then I think you can do it. Even if you add, 12 beers to knock the slider count down, I think that would work. So maybe we do that, as we go, as we, trek ahead with the challenge. We'll see how you feel. But yeah, we got a super chat from White Sox Dom. It says happy Memorial Day, Nazdrovia. Thanks for the awesome tailgate. Thank you, Dom. It was great to see you at the tailgate. Great to see you and your family, and then everyone else in the chat that was at the tailgate this Saturday. It was a lot of fun, a big success, if we do say so ourselves, like they all have been. But it was real cool. We're gonna talk about that more tomorrow on the Bumcast. So Dougie, what do you got? You got a burger? You got a
So I got the beer going. I do agree with you about the fry aspect of it, and I do have the fries in a cooler. So I did think about the soft. And you motherfucker, dude, look at how. When do they fill it up that much?
Yeah, you were hoping for a
no
for a 3/4 full fry, weren't you?
Yeah, I guess so. So yeah, so we're gonna get going on the fries first.
All right.
How loud is my chewing? Is that going to be
the chewing? The chewing will be fine. It was the bag right next to the mic was kind of jarring, but we had that. That's something we're gonna have to deal with, dude. So
the chewing is part of the experience.
Don't you worry about that.
Don't worry about it.
Dougie's always thinking ahead. He did think about this. Now, Dougie, can we talk about the Garage Beer Jason Kelsey drink and work for them? Like, I don't even know if we should be doing this live stream. This is basically an application for Garage Beer. If Garage Beer gets a hold of this, Dougie wants to drink with Jason Kelsey and leave the Chicago Sports Bums for that podcast or whatever they're doing over there. So I even feel bad even partaking in this, but this is application number 2. You did a video early when they announced that they're hiring, and I guess the job title is like drink partner with Jason Kelsey. What's going on there?
Yeah, it's like a quality control thing. So basically just drinking with them. And yeah, I mean, you know, I really do enjoy Garage Beer. I'm not just saying that just to, you know, get my application through or anything like that. But all in all, and everybody that I've talked to about this, I just want to drink with Jason Kelsey. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, like, that guy, like, just seems like our type of people, you know? So, you know, jumping in and out of skyboxes, chugging beers, and, you know, and then he just tried doing a run, I think, on beers or something.
Yeah, I know he did the run with the Dos Osos or whatever, the Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer. I saw that was like a couple weeks ago too. But yeah, man, Garage Beer. I feel like they've been around for what, 2-3 years. I feel like they got a whole bunch of marketing behind them, and obviously they got big names behind them. But I never really tried it until you, Dougie, had it, and they're pretty good. they're pretty good. Yeah. They're a solid beer, solid Garage Beer.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't really get into like the whole like gimmick like lime beers and stuff like that. We don't really traditionally, you know, us as sports bums, we don't do fruit and beer. But it's actually done well. You know, like I've tried a couple other ones that, you know, like Bud Light Lime, which was terrible. Miller Chill, which was like a thing for 2 minutes. Those terrible. Yeah. You know, but this is actually, it's pretty refreshing. It's something different. I'm just going with the straight lager today though.
Yeah, that's the one I have. I haven't had the lime one. And yeah, I typically don't fruit the beer. I don't like the Corona lime. I don't Modelo with lime. I don't do any of that. But if you say they're good, they're pretty good. All right, so first fry out of the way. That's a good start, Dougie. That's a good start. We got a super chat from Gordo. Go Dougie. Miss you guys. We miss you too, Gordo. You've been missed all season long, both at the tailgates and at Sox games. So hopefully, you know, you're on the mend and we see you soon. Even if it's not at a Sox game, maybe a Bums event, or we go visit you. We got to hang out soon. So thank you.
Ton of people asking about him at the last tailgate.
Yeah. I also appreciate Gordo. He is now turned into a part-time alert setter for me. Whenever there's a sneaker release drop, Jordan release drop, I'm like, hey man, I'm busy and I usually forget this kind of stuff. Can you just tell me when these shoes are dropping? And the White Cement 4s dropped on Saturday, and he sent me a text like 20 minutes before they dropped. I'm like, hell yeah, Gordo. Unfortunately, I didn't see that text until 2 hours later because I was working and I still didn't get them. But the effort was there. The effort was there from Gordo. He reminded me 2 different times the day before and then 20 minutes or 10 minutes before they dropped. I was working that day. I was actually working. I was late to our own party. I was late to the Whiskey at Comiskey because I was working. So I didn't get those Jordans. Those are one of my favorite ones. I might have to pay resale value for those shoes because those are ones I want. I have the old pair they released like 12 years ago, and I still have them, but I need a new fresh set. So, all right, Dougie, what are we doing? I got to update this counter.
One fry, one beer, one fry, one beer, one slider. So,
okay, 1-1-1. Very good.
Yeah, I have to echo you, Peter, on Gordo coming through on that sneakers reminder. He also he got me the message along the same timeline, right on time, but unfortunately, I struck out, so I did not get it.
That sucks.
From what I understand, though, he shared with me that he was able to get a pair for his niece. So
there we go,
Uncle of the Year.
When it I'm not like into sneakers like you guys are. I kind of like. I don't really buy them like that. It seems like A1 they're dropping all the time, like ridiculous amounts of times. And then A2, is it like everything's scheduled, or is it like, like, hey, this is a surprise drop, like boom, buy them? How does it all work?
Well, the way I've normally followed is there's some Insta accounts that really track what the future releases are going to be across the next 12 months, and some even going into the next year.
Sure.
And then the sneakers app has a upcoming tab that you can keep tabs on, and you can set a notification for any pairs that you particularly have a keen eye on. So, but I screw the app, screw all that. I go straight to Gordo, right, Peter?
Yeah. Gordo's the plug. Gordo is the plug. So I don't need the app anymore. I just get my alerts set from Gordo. I like this. I like this comment, Dougie. I love you, but you're gonna be so sick. We've seen Dougie do some tremendous eating and drinking feats. So I have faith in our guy. I also like this, setting the over under on total consumed food items at 22.5. Any bets on it? I need the chat to get in on this over under action and predictions as well. So what I'm going to do, the closest person to the exact total that you end up with in the chat will send you a free Chicago Sports Bum shirt of your choosing. So get in the comments, hop in and try to figure out what the final number of all three items consumed. Not over under, but I want, maybe 25 burgers, 12 beers. Give us the totals in the comments, and whoever's closest will send you guys some merch.
Yeah, and I could also be bought too. So if you have a specific number you need me to stop on, I could do that as well. No. So
is that burger number 2?
That was burger number 3. So
holy hell! All right, now you're going faster than the counter, so that's good.
So number 4 is loaded up.
You just rubbing up the engine right now is all you're doing,
baby.
Priming the pump. You're priming, yeah, exactly.
Priming the pump, baby. So Joey, you just obviously got back from Mexico, man. Tell us about it, man. What'd you do?
Yeah, brother. Go to Mexico a couple times a year, check in, drop in on the family, and from a small town up in the mountains. So it's really laid back, relaxed. Love to go there and just decompress from work and life in general when we go. And, we go support our local small businesses over there, from the distilleries, breweries, restaurants we love to hit up. And it's always a great time. So it was really nothing monumental on this trip. We did secure some great tequilas for some future peek behind the curtain, as Maloney would say. Tequila Bums content coming down the road here. But we actually hit a grand slam on a couple of those purchases we were able to bring back. And that was pretty much the most exciting part, aside from seeing our family, right? No. But came back, batteries recharged, clocked in over 70 hours last week, my first week back, and here we go. And then we do a bender last night, and here we are to support you today.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I hate that. I feel like every time you come back from work, they try to get those hours out of you that you weren't there for,
Yeah, but I mean, we're built this way, so there's no foot off the pedal at all with us. Work hard, play hard.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I know you were telling me last time or whatever, one of the things that you look forward to so much when you go down to Mexico is just getting like the really fresh like beef tacos and stuff like that, like steak tacos. Like you said, the beef is just so much better.
Yeah, that's, as I mentioned, supporting the local small businesses in town. That's like generational taco stands that are in towns of like 2,000-3,000 people, right? And everybody knows everybody. Everybody in town. It's still very old school. Where our family's from in Mexico, where everybody knows your name. You know, to borrow the phrase from the Cheers. But yeah, the taco meat over there is bar none so fresh. You literally don't even probably have to put salt or any seasoning on it whatsoever. It's not frozen for 6 months as it is here stateside. So yeah, I can literally go through and do a similar challenge like this on tacos alone over there. Likely, I know Peter probably backed me up on that. I know for our wedding almost 20 years ago, we killed us some tacos in town.
The street tacos are so good, Joey, and depending on where you are and where you go, they'll give you like the mini tortillas. So they almost are like sliders, right? Like you'll get like 10 for like, on a plate. And yeah, man, all my cousins, whenever we go down, I haven't been down in a while, but like back when we used to go down there for, Christmas and different things like that, they'd all be like, I bet you I could eat 20. I bet you I could eat 25. Yeah. And it's like, they're all just trying to eat as many tacos. But that was back when, you're in your teens and you got a good metabolism. I don't know about all that now. We are getting yelled at. And I think this is something we didn't really think about and we didn't plan ahead. And I'm glad, Joey, you hopped in the chat, and we're going to have other people coming in as this progresses. Johnny's going to join us for a little while, and hopefully a couple more people are joining us. But we got to just stop talking to Dougie and let him eat. The more he talks, the less work he's doing. And I guess we're going to have to carry the conversation, Joey, just to let this man go to work. He says Dougie just needs to eat. White Sox Dom's right there with us. So maybe we just put you on mute, Dougie, and go ahead and you go ham. But no, this is like we mentioned, this is a job application for Garage Beers and Jason Kelsey. So you got to show that bubbly personality of yours.
Exactly. So right now, let's see.
Counter.
I'm 6 burgers in. This is number 7.
We're rolling right along.
Yeah. We're going from first gear to second.
We said we don't have a time limit on this stream. It could be done in 2 hours. We could be here till midnight. We don't have anywhere to be. I mean, we got to be at work tomorrow, but that's neither here nor there. That's a tomorrow problem. But yeah, we got no shot clock to this, but you're moving on at a good pace. I think you were worried that like you don't want to start off too fast.
Right.
Are we going too fast? Are we going too fast right now?
No, just made room right there.
There it is.
Obligatory burps. No, I think we're going good. And I think actually the talking is kind of helping me a little bit, It's keeping me kind of like, I will tell you, a couple of minutes in, fries are going to be an issue. The fries are going to be an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fries are going to be an issue. But you know what? I'm just going to nail down some burgers right now.
Have you given any thought, Dougie? I know I used to do it with another burger chain growing up. I would put the world famous fries, spoiler alert, right, on my cheeseburger Happy Meal and kind of like down everything easier that way. So do you give any strategies like that? Are you going to dunk anything like they do in the dollar?
No, I hadn't thought about that. And that actually, like, I'm like a big texture guy. I don't know how they do that when they take those hot dog buns and they dunk them in the water and then just make it into like a smaller ball. And dude, I don't know. That's like next level dedication, I guess.
And you got to think about that too, like the expansion, on your insides once all that stuff gets down there.
Yeah, the fries are going to be your problem.
Yeah. I was just going to say, I know I wouldn't leave the fries for last either, but I don't know. I'm winging a strategy here. I don't know what my strategy is yet.
Yeah, I know. We didn't really talk about like parameters and stuff like that. I am a jalapeno cheese White Castle guy, but for this type of challenge, that seems like a bad move. Did you just go regular cheeseburger?
Yeah, regular straight cheeseburger. But yes,
onions,
I do.
Onions and all, pickles and all, like no substitutions or anything like that. That's good.
Yeah. Normally, I'm not a pickle guy. We had this discussion before, but I want to stay true to the challenge. So,
and then John Nava's asking a good question: what happens if you got to go boo? Does it still count or does it stop? I think for most eating challenges, puke is the obvious. You're done. You puke, you're done. But I guess a standard ejection probably is the same thing. No.
Yeah. I mean, let's just put it this way: if I feel like I got to go take a dump, the challenge is over. I'm not, like I'm not just gonna leave you guys hanging while I go, take care of nature. So, and I didn't have anything to eat since last night's dinner. So we're
okay. So you're on a good fast.
Yeah. Uh-huh. There should be plenty of room in the bodega.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. All right, so that's what, number 7 or 8?
That was number 8.
That beef loaf would drop sticks and come back. This is true.
Yeah, he would.
All right, 8 burgers. Still the same garage beer and fries count? Mm-hmm. Okay.
They're running a great pace right now, Dougie. But take your time again.
Yeah, we got nothing to do. If people want to hop in, either just the super chats or regular chat and just, give us some topics, some MFKs, some random discussions. We're here all night. So I know Julie said I don't know how long it takes for Peter to set up a stream. I might have mentioned that I'm setting up the stream for Dougie. I might have not mentioned that I'm actually on screen helping him eat these challenges. So we're gonna be here a while. That's all right.
All right. I finished beer number 2. We're on to beer number 3.
All right. Perfect.
So we're approaching about a 30% completion percentage.
Is that the math here now? Yeah. We're 30% done with the maybe I can now we're thinking on the fly. Maybe if I created like an overlay for this screen and have like the percentage or like a like a graph chart or a chart or something like that. Maybe next time.
Yeah. Next time you need like one of those like CNN like election maps, like
I can be pointing at these bottles over here.
Yeah. Exactly.
Here in this county, Dougie's consumed 4 burgers.
Right, exactly. With 33% reporting.
All right, we got two good topics in the chat. First one from John Nava says, "Did we watch Double or Nothing last night?" I know Tina missed it. We did watch Double or Nothing. We had some of the bums over at the house. Dougie, you weren't able to make it, but we watched the wrestling pay-per-view. I thought that that Anarchy in the Arena match was awesome. I know it gets gimmicky and it gets silly for a lot of people, but sometimes you need that in wrestling. Obviously, them playing the Body song like over and over and over again. It was awesome, and then it got like absurd, and then it went awesome again just because like they kept doing it. I liked it. I thought that the pay-per-view was fine. I definitely not the best AEW pay-per-view of all time, but definitely not the worst either. It was somewhere in the middle. So yeah, I like the pay-per-view. I thought it was decent.
Yeah, I too like the pay-per-view. That was the match. The match to watch of the night, the Anarchy in the Arena. It's just funny though. I wish that they had like a rotating playlist where each wrestler would have had a different song play.
Yeah.
That would have been at least fresh,
Have a Spotify playlist and then like people could just download it. You could run in it and stuff like that. That's that would be good.
There was the that old WWE pay-per-view about 15, 20 years ago, Cyber Sunday, where they had fans vote in the arena what they wanted the match stipulations to be. You could have done something similarly with the playlist for that match.
Yeah, I went to the first one. What's up, Johnny? I went to the first one. It was called Turbo Tuesday, and it was in Milwaukee. And the sales were so terrible that at Monday Night Raw in Chicago, they were giving people flyers as you were walking out to redeem for $10 tickets.
Wow.
The next day for a pay-per-view. Like, just, but I mean, terrible concept having it on a Tuesday,
Where we at, boys?
Hello, Johnny. How you feeling? How was your Monday?
Good. I had to do a little bit of work here. Been helping out my mom's just getting a whole new heating and AC unit in our house, so we've been moving a lot of stuff from our attic this past weekend, so we finally cleared all that stuff out. So, but yeah, mostly just more of a relaxing Monday after the whole festivities of tailgates and parties. So,
all right.
Okay.
Second question, good question from our guy HBIC. I know he's partaking in some Memorial Day activities today. I'll rank your Memorial Day barbecue foods. I feel like Memorial Day barbecue is very similar to a 4th of July barbecue, right? There's no real difference. I mean, if I'm going, I got to go just the standard burgers and hot dogs, 1, 2, at least for me. I don't think I'm doing anything special. Now, Dougie may be, smoking a 48-hour something or another. But yeah, I think I'm just going standard burgers and dogs for me.
Well, I was at I stopped up with my buddy Jeff's watching some baseball games today in his garage, and they were having beef sandwiches. So I had a little bit of beef sandwich. Yeah,
I'd mess with a good beef sandwich. I like doing it. Is it cheating to do just like the crock pot beef sandwiches?
That's what it was. They just had it on the crock pot. Real simple, nothing, just your French bread, your Gerard peppers and cheese. That's it. You don't need anything else.
Taco Gladiator living up to the name. They made chicken tacos.
All right, second fry is done.
All right.
And
we're 2 fries in. That's good. The fries, like we mentioned, are going to be the problem. The more you get those out of the way, probably the better it is in the long run.
Yeah. We're moving on to burger number 11.
Man, I don't even could do 5. I don't think I could do no more than 5 anymore. I don't know what it is about White Castle hamburgers for me, but
I could do 10. I could do 10 for sure. I don't know. More than those is a chore.
I know it's cheating, but I've always been a White Castle double cheeseburger guy.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, I'm a standard slider guy. I lost something. I was gonna somebody had a poster question here that I lost. All right, continue. Carry on.
I got to be honest with you. Somebody went way overboard on the onions. I mean, dude. Look at all those onions.
Yeah, that is loaded with onions. I mean, maybe they knew you were doing this. They're trying to sabotage you, Dougie.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, it's a mess down here. It's nothing but onions at my legs and feet right now.
I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Like, are you 0 chance you're sleeping on the couch tonight? Like, you're gonna fumigate Mary otherwise. Like,
yeah,
the whole house.
Yeah.
If it's anything like the 9-9 challenge, I'll probably just be sleeping in this chair,
Yeah. Whoever cut up the onions probably used to work at Maxwell Street or something.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime I got cheeseburgers from Maxwell Street, they would cut like half an onion and just put it on that burger. I'm like, it was like half, the meat and half the rest of the onion.
That looks like it was being prepared for a bloomin' onion, if you ask me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's too much onion. That's a problem.
Dougie, did you happen to ask to have mustard added to these sliders?
It's funny you say that. Ever since, I wanted to stay true to the challenge, so I did not add mustard. But while I was doing the mobile order, I looked, and mustard is like one of the top ingredients or whatever. So I'm kind of wondering, you think that Crystals and White Castle, you think that they're just like sister companies and they're just like basically like a wrestling territory? Like, we're not coming behind here and you're not coming down here. And
I like that. I've never had Crystals, but I mean, from what everyone says, it's basically White Castle, right? I like that. Conspiracy theory.
Yeah, it was the same exact thing. They just put mustard on theirs. So when I had it in New Orleans, it was just exactly the same. They even got the same box, everything. It's just different colors.
Is it kind of like the same thing where you like
last night at 3 a.m.?
Is it the same thing like where you like don't put ketchup on a hot dog? Like somewhere like I've never had mustard on a White Castle hamburger. I don't add anything on there.
Yeah, I don't normally add anything, but it was really good. It was the thing that threw me off when me and Joey had them or whatever in New Orleans. I'm like, holy shit, this is like White Castle with mustard, and I'm not mad at it. I'm like, it was really good.
Yeah, it's literally a game changer until you try it. So, and then it becomes a hashtag pro move. So, I'd recommend it.
Now Johnny, you said that you've never added mustard on a slider, but I do know something you add mustard to. It might sound sacrilegious, but when you did it, then I did it. I think you got it from your dad, if I'm not mistaken. You toss a little mustard on some Italian beef sometimes, correct?
Yeah, really? that was a long time ago. I don't do it anymore. I don't do it anymore. My dad, I got that from my dad. He would order like an Italian beef sandwich with hot peppers, mozzarella cheese, and then mustard on there. And I thought that was kind of odd to me, but when I asked for it, it actually was not that bad. But I don't do that anymore. I like sweet peppers. I like sweet peppers and the mozz. That's it. I don't put any mustard on there.
Yeah, I go sweet hot, and then typically if I'm getting a beef, I'd rather ask for a combo. I'm a big combo guy, but there was a time because of your dad, I was tossing some mustard on some Italian beefs, and I will say it was nice. It's a nice change of direction.
Yeah, it was definitely different. That's for sure. But also my dad is too. So I'm just kind of like, I don't do it anymore.
Mustard fucks. Mustard does fuck.
Look at this.
Oh. Yeah, that's a lot. That's definitely a lot.
That's too much. That's too much onion.
That's enough onion for the next dozen.
White Castle has brown mustard. Now we're talking. I know Julie and Jason are big proponents of like 15 different types of mustard. The Dijon, the horseradish mustard, the brown mustard, the stone ground, like a bunch of different ones. I usually just go the Plotchman's barrel, the Chicago barrel of mustard. That's my go-to.
Yeah.
Jose adds mustard to tamales. Now this sounds like something I shouldn't be even putting on screen. This sounds like that can't be true. So hopefully Jose's in the comments and maybe he'll defend himself. But if he's adding mustard to tamales, if this is a true
some
story,
more background.
We're gonna have to talk about this. That's some bullshit. Pierogi.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to fact check that.
There.
Oh, he's in there. He says lies.
See, that's why we got to fact check these things. I can't just be putting anything on screen. We're going to get sued for slander. Yeah, horseradish mustard is good, though. I do.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun fact. My parents' house, when we lived in Chicago, was literally kitty corner from the Plotchman's mustard factory. It was like, not kitty corner, but like, I guess like a block and a half away, but you could still see it. It was real close. A big Plotchman's guy.
Is it one of those deals where like the candy factories and stuff? Can you smell mustard in the air?
Yeah. I remember as a kid, you could smell mustard.
Dude, my buddy Harry, he bought this really, really nice house up in Milwaukee, and it was right next to like a bacon plant, and dude, all you smelt was bacon all the time. Like, and I'm just like, that had to be terrible. Like it's cool, like, for the first couple times, but then when you smell bacon in the air every single day, it gets to be much, no matter what it is.
There's a factory when I would go like across, I forgot where it was at, but you could smell bread all the time. I'm trying to think of the
Toronto.
I think it was butternut.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. That smell I liked when I was like passing by. You could smell that fresh bread.
And on LaGrange, right off the I-55 exit, used to be the Wonder Bread factory too. Like, so going home from my grandma's house to now where we live in Hickory Hills, every so often you drive by that Wonder Bread plant right out when you cross over the bridge on LaGrange in I-55. Smelled like bread. But that does not exist anymore.
Yeah, I remember as a kid going to White Sox games and going down 290, and they had Ferrara Pan, the candy factory, and you could either smell like the cinnamon candy they were making or lemon heads, shit like that. Yeah.
Yeah, same thing with was it Fannie Mae that was on Cicero, like right by Fort City? What was the chocolate factory?
Tootsie Roll.
Rocks?
Tootsie
Oh
Roll.
yeah, Tootsie
Yeah.
Roll. It was Tootsie Roll. Yeah.
Isn't it still there?
Yeah. Yeah, I still see the trucks, so I would have quite imagined seeing the trailers there. Well, it's something, another warehouse we do have here on the southwest side, not far away. Literally right now, I think at this time at night, if you step in our backyard, you can start smelling the sweet smell of Oreo cookies being made on 73rd and Kedzie. They have the Mondelez plant there where they make all the Oreos.
Okay.
Man.
Nabisco.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, world famous on Archer and 47th. Our Tia Maria used to live right around there, Johnny, for a little while. Yeah. So we would see that. And I do believe, I believe HBIC had family that worked there for a while. He used to always get free chocolates, I remember. He'll have to tell that story. All right, what's the count? I'm gonna go upstairs. I'm gonna go upstairs and pour me a garage beer and grab a water. So give me the count, and I'll let you guys talk amongst yourself for a little bit.
Okay, we're at 13 burgers. I'm about to have number 14.
Okay.
Mercy.
Oh, Jason's mom used to work at the world's finest chocolate.
Yeah, I thought I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad.
Those world finest chocolates are fantastic, by the way. The ones with the almonds.
Yes.
Dude, those were so good. I know, like everything, like now we're gonna sound like old men. I feel like the quality has gone down, and they're not as thick anymore. They're like really thin. The size is different. But those chocolates for a while, fucked. The almond ones specifically.
Are they still $1?
No chance for $1 anymore.
No, I think they're $2 now. I've seen them being sold outside of church on Sundays.
Thanks, Biden.
I remember having to sell them by the box for our Little League uniforms back in the day when I was playing Little League at Archer Manor. And that was always a tough get. My dad sometimes would be like, here's the money. Just eat one bar a day, son. I'm not going to be selling these all day.
So that happened to me too.
Yeah.
I remember we had to sell a box for school. And me and my sister Sandra, over like the course of like whatever week or two they gave us to sell them, we ate them all. My mom had to buy the box. That's all.
Oh, it's great.
All right, I'm gonna go grab a garage beer. You guys figure out something to talk about.
Yeah,
Johnny, let's talk about Little League if you don't mind, Dougie. While you're working here.
Oh yeah, we were.
You were showing me yesterday a picture of you and Peter, and you guys were a member of the Reds back then, huh?
Yes. Yeah, we were. We used to play at Gage Park.
Okay.
This was like a long time ago. And my dad was a coach. My dad coached me for T-ball, and then when I moved up to Little League, when we didn't have the T-ball stuff, so I was in the Reds and I was in the Rangers. So, but yeah, me and Peter used to be on the team for when we were on the Reds for a while. Actually, I have 4 cousins at one time playing, but I think my dad caught 2 of them. So we were trying to figure this out because I found a picture of us when we were on the team, and he asked me the questions like, well, where's the other 2 at? And I was like, I have no idea, but they were on the team. And he said, well, I think my dad caught them. So I don't know. That was a tough coach. So.
Yeah, I mean, that had to make Christmas and Thanksgiving awkward for the fam.
We had a big family, so you could kind of move around. You don't really have to talk to any of them. It's just you stay on my side, I'll stay on your side.
You didn't have any of the cousins have to change an address to get into another league from another neighborhood just to be able to play?
Yeah, no. You know what? What I didn't realize on that picture, I gotta find this over here real quick, because we were actually sponsored. I didn't even notice that we were sponsored by a family dental place out on the north side. So that was a little odd, considering the fact we were on the south side.
Yeah.
But yeah. And it's now my age is showing over here. This is one they didn't really. You didn't uh have an area code. It was just the numbers, like it wasn't like 312 or 773 at the time. So I noticed that on
then.
Yeah. So
our social security numbers were only 5 digits.
Yeah, it was fun. You know what? I after those like little league games, I used to really love elotes a lot. Like the elotes with the mayonnaise and the chile and all the fixings. And I don't know what it is now, but I can't stand it anymore. I just don't like it. Really? Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I know Peter and Julie, they got a crave like for like corn, especially when it's in the cup. I can't. That's even the worst for me. I can't do it in the cup either. But I used to really like it. I don't know. Ever since that point, like I just stopped. I never really liked it that much.
No, I mean our taste buttons change, and our palates grow, right, as we age. So I mean, it could be that. There's some things I can't figure out anymore. Like I used to hate cherry Coke growing up. I just wanted regular Coca-Cola or regular Pepsi. I didn't like any flavored sodas whatsoever. And now I'm addicted to cherry Coke. I think I raided Peter's fridge last night and knocked out like 7 of them bad boys.
Nice. I was thinking about that as well too. I was at a buddy's house today in his garage, and we were talking about food places out in Bridgeport. And one of the things that we were talking about was Freddy's. Freddy's before they burnt down. I used to love their pizza. I mean, they used to have like their like little area where they had the pizzas. You could get slices, and then they had a little restaurant area. But I used to love getting slices of pizza, and I don't know what it was. It just doesn't taste the same to me. Maybe I outgrew it. Maybe it was like how you mentioned is that when you're younger, like things, and then now you're growing up, is that things taste different now. Like you don't have those same taste buds, or I don't know. Maybe I had it way too much, and I'm like, oh, this isn't like hit for me anymore. But I don't know if there's places like that where you used to like frequently going, and now it doesn't like taste the way that it used to when you were a kid. But Freddy's is one of those. I used to love their pizza slices, and I'm not bashing Freddy's at all because I still like going over there. I think they got great food there, but it's just for some reason after they burnt down, and they reopened up, it just doesn't taste the same to me.
It could be the pizza oven too.
That might be true. Yeah.
Those pizza ovens, they get seasoned and stuff like that, and it's kind of like certain places not like frequently changing the grease on stuff. Like that's where they get their flavor, their uniqueness. So it really could have been the freaking pizza oven.
Yeah. How you holding up, Dougie?
I'm doing good. I'm having this is let's see. Damn, I gotta do the math now. This is Burger 16, and I just cracked open another beer. So,
okay. Well, now we got to change that ticker over here
when Peter gets back. Yeah, we've already. Okay, so now we've officially broken. This is your breaking CNN update on the electoral map. You've broken the 50 percentile.
50% of the burgers. Yeah.
I need like the whole screen to like flash and have them breaking news, Peter. Dun, 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 breaking news. Dun, 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 dun.
I was able to hear what you said. So we're at 16 sliders, 3 beers.
Yeah, this is number 16. Yep. And then
16,
yeah, I'm on beer. Yeah, beer number 4. Right? Yeah, beer number 4.
Okay.
So
what I miss?
We're talking Little League. We're talking about elote in a cup or on a stick, Peter. Which way do you take it? On the stick or in the cup?
In the cup. On a stick looks too phallic. It's not a good visual for your boy here. So I'd rather have it in a cup with all the fixins.
I too was a cup boy because I was too messy. Exactly, the eating the corn the long way. Nah, that wasn't for me. So I definitely had to do it in the cup. Just go ahead and slice it, all of them kernels, put all the fixing on it, and that's it. Let's go.
Yeah, we're also talking about like places that you used to like going to that doesn't taste the same to you anymore. And I was bringing up Freddy's.
Papa Freddy's?
Not Papa Freddy's. That's different. Freddy's in Bridgeport. I was just talking about like how I used to love the slices back when I was a kid, and now it doesn't taste the same after they had that fire and they reopened up. So I don't know if you have a place like that. That's what kind of where we kind of left off there.
We've talked ad nauseum about Lena's Pizza at this point. Lena's Pizza was my go-to.
Oh well,
we love that place, and then they closed down. The whole family liked that place. We used to get there. We used to get, pizza from there every Sunday. But yeah, I thought about Papa Freddy's. That's 35th and Damon.
Damon, yeah. Well, it's not there anymore.
It's a different place. I drove by.
Yeah, it's like called Trino's Pizza.
That's where I used to play Mortal Kombat. I mean, we all used to play Mortal Kombat.
Arcade games. That's what I missed too. That they had arcade games like in those little shops there.
Yeah. Look at this. Speaking of eating challenges, we got our next guest. He's got an eating challenge of his own coming up against our good friend Taco. Jose, kickflip.
Wait.
Kickflip riffs.
One, I had since Dougie is partaking in this challenge, I thought it would only be right that I at least have a big beer to drink alongside him.
There you go.
How you doing, guys?
Cheers.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, good.
Thanks for hopping on.
Oh man, I've been busy all week. Just doing the Lord's work. Just knocked out. And since I'm on the cast right now, I just want to say sorry. Glad everyone's been patient with me, but these guys.
Oh hell yeah!
They're
look at all those.
They're going out. They're going out tomorrow.
Damn! Look at all those. Look at all those hats.
Yeah,
They're selling like hotcakes. Pope merch is hot in the streets.
Yeah,
It's hot. It's hot out there.
I like that. What do you think about what do you think about our man Dougie? A prediction? You got a prediction?
Oh, I think he's gonna smash this. Like absolutely, there's no doubt. He's trucking along right now.
The fries are killing me.
Yeah, the fries are a problem. The fries are a problem.
We don't have a White Castle here in San Antonio, but the way I saw those fries packed up, I don't know. We might have to call into headquarters to make sure that those are regulation fries.
Yeah, right.
Servings.
Oh, did we lose Dougie? I was gonna say
no.
I saw him frozen for a second.
He's working.
No, he's working.
No,
he's
eating.
He's eating.
Trying to get these fries down.
But speaking of the challenge, I will say this: officially, Taco has never finished the challenge.
The 999.
He always throws up between like the 4th, 5th inning. So,
ooh.
You can't be throwing up with a couple beers and a couple hot dogs. That's a bad look for Taco.
Yeah. He's always talking up a big game too. I don't know,
man. These are just facts. I did make these hats though. I'm about to
you got one?
Oh, I'm about to go for a 3-peat. I'm just trying to figure out what color I'm going to go with this time because I think I might go with a gold brim, just to solidify this reign. And I don't know if I'll play him again if I win after I win this challenge next week.
Yeah, it's not even fun at that point,
Yeah. And then Jordan tried to jump on, but he wanted to use non-alcoholic beer, and I don't think.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
I mean, we can't judge a man.
No, not at all.
It's a different animal because getting buzzed is part of the. I mean, obviously, you still get the same amount of bloated, or you still get full, but being, inebriated is part of the challenge.
Yeah, it's almost like using PEDs. So
can't do it.
No,
can't do it. How was the tailgate?
Tailgate was good. We'll have a in-depth breakdown tomorrow on the Bumpcast. But yeah, it went well. Like I mentioned earlier, I had to work, so the guys held it down. Dougie, Johnny, Jason, Joe, or not Joey. I'm sorry, Joey, but Julie and everyone else. It was good. I didn't get there till late. I got there till like 2. I didn't get there till 2, but it was roaring by the time I got there. There's a ton of people. I know we kept building it up as like, oh, this one's going to be like lower key and like a smaller tailgate than normal. It was just as big as all the other ones. I was like, God, it was good. So appreciate everyone that came out. And then we have another one coming up. You know, we're going back to back pretty quick here. June 8th is the next one. So that'll be a fun time.
How's the weather around June 8th? Because I see the weather, especially here in San Antonio. I mean, we hit over 100 last week just because. And right now we're flirting with some tornado warnings. We don't even know what's going on. But what should Taco be expecting June 8th?
It's kind of tough to figure out that weather because
it is.
When it comes to Chicago weather, you could either get 4 seasons in one day, or it could just be, maybe 60, 70 degrees. So it's
I would love that.
I mean, we'll find out a little bit more like closer to like the actual event, so we can kind of tell you, so you guys can prepare a little bit, well for the weather.
Yeah. It's been like bipolar. It's been a bipolar spring here. Like we've had the AC on and the heat on on back-to-back days randomly, like different times throughout the season. And it's like driving me nuts. But I feel like the weather's finally turning for the better. I know this week's going to be nice. So like on average, June 8th, I mean, it's like perfect Chicago weather, right? Like 80s during the day and like 60s at night. Hopefully we get some of that. So, but yeah, I guess like, closer to the week of, we'll let you guys know, but should be fun, man. I can't wait. Yeah. Dom's saying the same thing. Should be 80s by then, but who knows? It could be 55 and rainy, but we're knocking on wood. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the weather pattern here in Chicago the last few years, call it what you will, it has been changing as far as seasons go. Like it seems as though all the rain that we used to get in April, now we're experiencing it in May. So it's almost like our season's kind of backtracking by 1 month. So May traditionally was always tending to get a little warmer the last week or so heading into June. And now as we, obviously we're finishing May right now, it's been kind of like chilly, but it seems like everything's breaking in the right direction.
Yeah, you see everyone covered up and bundled, like especially the last game that I was seeing on TV. Yeah. And I'm like, man, I wish I could get some of that weather. It's hot.
You guys are hitting hundreds already?
Yeah.
Damn.
3 digits.
This week is going to be a little, I don't know, not a cold front, but it's going to be in the high 80s, 90s because we're expected to have some rain. But other than that, man, it's going to be straight scorching from here on out to like maybe October, late October.
Damn.
Jeez. That Texas heat, man. I got family out in Dallas, and I remember when I first visited down over there, it was like it felt like 118 degrees out there. Like it's hot.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, you get the heat off the pavement too down there.
Yeah, it's mostly like humid here in San Antonio at least. We have a lot of humidity mixed in, and then getting into the hot car, it's just gross.
Yeah, Rich was in Texas a couple of weeks ago. I think he was at the Alamo in a couple of different places from what I saw on the old social medias. But yeah, 105 2 weeks back. That's tough.
Yeah.
And that's just for fun.
How we doing, Dougie?
Good. Not good. So we added one more fry. Pretty sure I'm done with the fries. I mean, I'm not trying to, bitch out, but we'll figure it out as it goes. But that last batch of fries was freaking brutal. And then burger wise, we are 18 deep. So
damn, that 18 is a substantial number, and just thinking that you have 12 left is.
Daunting.
Now I don't. Yeah. Now
daunting.
This is me putting my maybe I shouldn't be speaking like that. Maybe I need more positivity to you. Like maybe gas you up, if you will, because you are doing a hell of a job. But yeah, looking at the math, I'm like, holy shit, this is still a lot left.
All right, don't talk to him like that. You're doing.
I'm
you're
leaving.
doing,
I'm leaving again.
Yeah. Dougie,
You're
doing great.
Leaving.
You're doing great.
I'm leaving.
You are.
Bye.
Yeah.
It's you got to find the right musical track in your head right now, Dougie. Like if you're running a marathon, right?
Yeah.
And you make the mistake of looking down to see the distance remaining, and it's like, oh, and then it hits you subliminally. So right now you need that track, that musical track that gets the juices flowing. I know we talked about it yesterday. I don't know if you guys want to bring it up or if it's for a future segment. What would be the music, your walk-up song, whatever entrance music to get you pumping into that next gear that you need to get into?
Oh, that's a good question. Now we're talking like UFC or wrestling or even like a walk-up song for baseball and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like
what song will get Dougie through these 12?
That's a good question. People in the comments, you could chat. Or, comment along. Comment along.
I would need probably to get me through on a song. It's gonna have to be like "Stairway to Heaven" played 3 times over.
Well, Rocky 4 soundtrack is good. I know that's right up your wheelhouse, Johnny.
Oh yeah, that's a great soundtrack.
Through and through.
Triple H the game. Now the burps, is that making room? You're making room with the burp?
Yeah, it's helping.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna start doing a little bit more drinking just to kind of maybe introduce some burbage. But this is beer number 5. So
you put the beer. You're on beer 5 or you're completed beer
5? Shit. No, completed beer 5. This is beer 6, right? 1, 2.
Just making sure.
3. Yeah, 5 cans in there. So this is beer number 6.
Perfect. Cascade. Every time we touch, did I see that on in the comments? That's a hell of a song to get motivated to.
Didn't expect that from Taco there.
Yeah, that I don't know Taco that much, like how you do, but yeah, I would expect that he'd be listening to like some Slayer or something. I don't know.
Love ballads.
And let the bodies hit the floor.
Wow. That's a great one.
Looping yesterday.
The Rockwilder is a great call by Gordo.
Yeah, it is.
Gordo's got some bangers in his playlist. I know that for a fact. We've talked music in the past, but the Rockwilder, that's if you guys know Barstool Trent, that was his mixtape for his high school football. His football highlights were set to the Rockwilder. It's the big white guy from Iowa with the Rockwilder as his mixtape. That's funny. I like that. Cheeseburger in Paradise. Not today. Not today.
I don't know. That's actually fits. It's fitting for what's going on right now.
It is.
Are you guys up? Cheeseburger in Paradise. That's Buffett, right? Were you guys anybody Buffett? I know he's got like a cult following, but I mean, obviously, I was never in it.
Never really got into it.
No.
Yeah. Just like I'm not a big fan of like the Grateful Dead or Fish. You know, I'm not. Yeah. There's like those are like cult followings of rock bands.
But I will tell you, Jimmy Buffett, like supposedly from what I've heard, awesome tailgates. Like people would go crazy doing tailgates for that.
All right, so HBIC. So we had the tailgate on Saturday. You know, Malort Queen Tina, tailgate Tina, the best. She infused some cucumber and watermelon to do 2 different Malorts. They were so good. It was almost like not drinking Malort. The cucumber one, I was just downing. Mm-hmm. It was so good. So I got a text from Jason that says, topic, what new Malort flavors do you guys want to try? And Dougie, I guess I'll start with you because you're the cooking guy, you're the infusion guy, kind of thing like that. Yeah. You got any good ideas for some Malort flavors?
No, they just need to run back that cucumber because it was awesome. Maybe even like a little cucumber lime, that might hit. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, I like, dude, that cucumber. You're right, man. I had to keep going back to it. It was awesome.
Yeah,
that did look good. I didn't get a chance to try it.
It was so good. It was like not drinking Malort. It was just drinking like a nice summery like Mexican cucumber drink, pepino. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking
it was
of,
good.
do you? Because I know there's some people that don't really like the cucumber taste, like cucumber Gatorade. I absolutely love it.
1-1.
Yep.
Yeah.
My
It's
wife
refreshing.
now like hates it. My brother-in-law during like fight nights, like boxing fight nights, would do vodka cucumber shots with like tahini on the rim. Fantastic.
Oh, hell
but
yeah.
now,
Oh wow.
using that Gatorade, it's fantastic. But now, anytime she tastes it, it's like if she's
Drinking.
drinking the shot. So
Yeah,
it doesn't really
you
work.
You can't. That's a Gatorade abuse.
Yeah,
No,
you're confusing the mind there.
The cucumber lime Gatorade is my 1-1 Gatorade. I love
It's
it.
fantastic.
And I'm a sucker for anything, cucumber lime, pepino, if you will. But yeah, with the tahin's good.
Next time
I'm
I
big
go
fan.
to a tailgate, I need Tina to have some of that cucumber malort. And I tried during the opening day. I don't know. It was green and it had glitter in it. It was fantastic. I don't know what was in it.
What was that?
Oh, I don't remember that one. I know she's done a bunch. She's done a bunch. Everyone says that they're all great. This one was the first one I've tried. The
garlic one, I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I don't know. The garlic butter. I know somebody was in the comments. I think Praz was in the comments talking about
Praz.
garlic butter. Yeah, I don't know about garlic butter. There you go.
It just
There you go.
Just for Tina.
Yeah, just for a taste.
When in Rome.
Yeah. And look at this. So it's almost gone. I need to re-up now. I need to make a trip.
Chamoy Malort, herb from the clouds. That is a great answer.
Yeah,
I would mess with that. And actually, you mess with a little bit of the chamoy and then a little bit of the cucumber lime one. That makes for a beautiful marriage. I like this answer.
That's a heck of an infusion there. I love it.
All right, so right now we're at 20 burgers. I got 10 left.
Woo!
Let's go, baby. We're doing quick work of this.
But I am gonna take a little breather. Try and get some more beer in me. Get some more burps action going. I'm gonna have to piss here soon. I think.
See, that's a good strategy though. Like,
yeah.
Has anyone else done the 999 challenge or any type of like eating competition?
Just me.
No, Dougie. I wouldn't mind doing the 999 one, but I haven't.
Yeah,
See, I don't want not to give out my strategy. It doesn't really matter with Taco because he can't even imitate. But I typically try to go with like the outs of the inning. Like I kind of break everything down. Like I know the last time I saw Dougie, like he was just knocking them down.
Yeah.
Like we were going through like with the innings. After every out, I have to make sure at least I've taken one bite of the hot dog, a quarter of the beer, like just trying to pace myself.
Pace yourself, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's my biggest thing. Just pace yourself because I did get behind like on the beers, like towards the end I started talking. That's where what Joey was saying, when you start getting inebriated a little bit, you kind of lose track of time, like you're chatting a little bit more. And that's where a person that's just drinking non-alcoholic beer can go in and take advantage. Yeah. So can't do that.
Yeah, there was something that we didn't really talk about or discuss strategy-wise for today is like we mentioned, we just left it open-ended, right? We said, this could be 2 hour, 3 hour, this could go to midnight. We didn't really have a time limit up until however Dougie, wants to do this. But I do like pacing yourself with the baseball game as it goes on, because that's like a, like standard that you're like keeping up with.
It is, and it isn't though, because also now it's like you've got the pitch clock, and
the pitch clock messes with you. Yeah,
pitch clock messes with you, and also it's like, man, you got 1, 2, 3 inning, and shit goes fast. Like you can get behind real fast too. So I think my strategy was just to keep plugging away, watch the game, but just keep going at a pace that if you do have one of those 1, 2, 3 innings, you can kind of just dial it back and, rely on what you've done already, I guess you would say. But
yeah, I think we lost Joey,
and we usually do the challenge when we play the Royals. So there've been times where, you know, the White Sox go 1-2-3, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is gonna be rough.
That's a rough scene.
Yeah, but and then I see that he's struggling, and I'll go grab another beer and I fucking open it and try to, you know, intimidate him, just knock one down, real quick, make him laugh
in the eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the problems is that when you do have a quick inning and you're trying to keep up with all that, it's like, all right, I gotta like rush, you know, to finish this first batch, and then you have the longer innings, and maybe you can you know, you could go a little bit longer eating, you know, maybe one or two that inning. So yeah, I can't do those challenges, man. It's just it's just too much for me.
I don't know what that challenge was that HBIC was talking about.
The Permane Brothers. Are you familiar with Permane Brothers sandwiches? The Pittsburgh style sandwiches. So they're like deli sandwiches. They put the coleslaw and the fries in the sandwich. Permane Brothers had one. I think it was Lucky's in Chicago that actually did it, but I think Permane Brothers does it as well. It's 3 sandwiches in like a half hour. Fries and all. You really have to like sandwiches. I love those sandwiches, but 3 is a lot.
Yeah.
Especially
the first time I ever had it, I believe it was in Miami. I think they got like a South Beach location. And yeah, no, I mean, those sandwiches are great. I mean, but like taking down 30 of them, 3 of them in 30 minutes.
3 and 30 is tough.
It's tough, man. I mean, like, it's also like to the fact of, you know, like there's this one Flapjacks brewery in Berwyn or whatever, and they do
Berwyn.
They do like Firestone pizzas, and they got like this like challenge, and it's the same thing. It really isn't about like the quantity, it's about like the time that you got to get it down in, you know, like, I don't know. I ain't trying to choke.
Was it the same? Like, is it the same thing as Lucky's? Like that?
Yeah, Lucky's
in a way.
Yeah, it's Lucky. Yeah, Lucky's basically is a Permane's style sandwich.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Good sandwiches though. I like the Fredo. The Fredo's from Lucky's really good.
Another beer.
Another beer. So you're at 6 beers. We got 2 left. You're making short work of them. I knew the beers weren't going to be a problem. I've seen you have 8 beers on a bumcast. That's nothing.
But the fries are done though, right?
No, I got 2 more fries left.
Fuck.
Yeah, I got 2 more fries left and 10 more burgers, and now I'm starting to wonder where I'm gonna lie. Like what's gonna be my plan here? Because those fries. Lie. Yeah.
Well, maybe kind of switch it up and you just eat the fries at the end.
Yeah. They're
or can you have like Mary reheat them? Pop them in the air fryer or something?
I mean, I've got them in a cooler, so they're staying warm. It's just they're just
a lot of starchy potato.
Yeah, dude.
Jason had a pretty good idea.
What's that? Oh yeah,
fries. Yeah.
We've had talking about that.
Sneak some of them in every.
Then it's gonna dry out the burger. You're gonna have to like add ketchup or mustard to them. Either way, we knew it wasn't gonna be easy, so we're gonna have to figure out a way. Any chance you could do like some
I
was gonna say do some jumping jacks to make some room or something.
All right.
You know, do a couple lunges or jumping jacks to make some room.
Right.
So you're at 21 right now?
This will be 21.
21. Please.
Now, like we mentioned at the start of the show, any chance, and I guess we got to talk to the chat about this because then we're making our own rules. Can we substitute beers for fries or sliders? If we add a couple on more beers to substitute for the fries or sliders, I thought that was your best course for victory.
Yeah. Well, I obviously can't add any more sliders because I only have 30. So, I do have extra beers, and I don't even want to look at those fries.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fries are a problem.
Garage beer fries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, garage beer fries. Now think of that viral clip.
They're large fries, right, Dougie?
I think the standard. No, the
standard?
sack of fries. He would be done after one sack of fries. That would be murder.
Yeah,
do it for the cup holders is good. That's a good motivation.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my guy Winkle Jones. What's up, brother?
This is also a comment we haven't talked about. I know we were gassing up garage beers, but we don't have to gas up White Castle fries. They are the worst fries in the game.
They're very soggy. They're a soggy type of. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them.
Yeah, and I am a fan of crinkle cut fries, but not the way. It's something about the bag. It just adds to the sogginess factor to them. Something they just like sitting there is a problem. So
see, and I traveled with work to the East Coast once, and it was years. I would say at least 10 years ago. I tried White Castle, so I don't even remember what any of that tastes like. And of course, they sell like the White Castle little fucking sliders, like frozen and shit. But you're not gonna have that. So I can only imagine. And then I don't think any cold fries taste good. So I don't know. That always has to.
Yeah. Even lukewarm fries are bad. You know, like the fries have to be, piping hot to really be good. Oglontak says need onion rings instead. He has enough onions in his system already. I don't know if you saw.
I can't even tell you, dude. Like, I mean, every single one of these things has. Look at all those onions.
Yeah, see, those things are loaded with onions.
Crazy.
Next time do the cheese sticks. That's too filling as well. Cheese sticks are good, but I don't like the White Castle cheese sticks either. They not.
Oh, like
not
the side cup of cheese, or
no? They sell like marinara or mozzarella sticks.
Oh, okay.
No, the side cup of cheese at White Castle is actually very good.
That's what I thought you were saying. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that. Yeah. That's the only. I think that's the only way I could eat the fries is I have
with the cheese.
Cheese on there. Yeah.
Yeah, the cheese makes a difference. Now that's something maybe. Although now
let's
we talk about the tailgate. We're adding more shit.
Oh.
Toss some cheese whiz like Saturday. Everyone was in the. Everyone at the tailgate was just like loaded bukkake full of cheese whiz by the end of it.
That was a
funny. That was a funny tweet by the Beef Loaf.
Yeah.
Dude, it was true.
Oh yeah. I mean, I didn't get a chance to eat. Like, it was gone before like I got to go over there. But dude, yeah, I looked over at Arjun and I was like, holy shit. I'm like, he had a war zone on his t-shirt, man. That thing was just yeah. I mean, I you know me, I'm a very blunt person. I said it right to his face. I was like, dude, you got a war zone going on. And he was like, yeah. He goes, I'm going to have to go, like, change. I'm like, well, you brought a change of clothes? So you were, like, expecting this shit? Like.
We're going to have to start handing out bibs at the tailgate.
Yeah, how about it, man? I didn't think that many people would have a problem with freaking Cheese Whiz, but apparently so.
Whiz is good, though.
It is good.
Oh, mac and cheese bites are good, at White Castle. I've never tried the fish nibblers. I'm not a big fast food fish guy. Every so often, maybe a McDonald's fillet of fish. And I know
they're all right every now and then.
I can't stand the fish fillets. I used to like them as a kid, but I don't. Something about it. They're very spongy to me. That's what I feel like the fish fillets are.
The walleye, bum bibs. The walleye from Culver's is amazing. That is really good. That's a good
I heard that their fish sandwich and just like their like fish platter at Culver's is really good.
Yep.
But I've never messed with it. I'm not a big Culver's guy. We had it actually today. Julie really likes Culver's, and I don't know what it is about them. Or maybe the one by us. We got fries in the beer, Dougie.
Fucking onions, dude. They're everywhere.
The Culver's by me, like there's like no flavor to them. Like, I know everything's fresh and everything's good quality, but like there's like zero seasoning. Just toss a little bit of salt and pepper to something, please. And it's just not. I don't like Culver's.
Would you go to the one like a bar Harlem?
Yeah, the one on Harlem. That's the one closest to us.
Yeah.
You got. This is a shocking state of events. Beer Garden Jim is in the comments.
Wow.
He's not busy.
It's
Memorial Day.
Wow,
it's Memorial Day weekend. He's free finally.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Busy schedule. He's probably busy now though.
Yeah.
He had that 2-minute window to send out that comment.
Right. Yeah.
Now he's
made
busy.
Made his
he's
comment. Something popped up.
But it's good to see him. Yeah, I don't know where Joey P went. Maybe I know he said see, gotta go.
Yeah.
Good to have you. Good to have you. He was doing laundry, so that was his big Monday night evening.
All right, so we're 21 in.
21 sliders in.
21
How are we doing on
Man.
beers? Still on number 6?
Yeah, got about so
21 is still a fantastic number.
it doesn't feel fantastic, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we are an hour and 16 minutes into the stream. You're 21 burgers and 6 beers in, and I don't want to discount the 3 fries, but you got 3 fries in there. How are you feeling? You had a long weekend too. We didn't really talk about like you going ham this weekend. The Sunday activities scared me, and I wasn't gonna downplay it, and I wasn't gonna text you. But when I saw what you were doing on Sunday, and I'm like, how is this guy gonna live stream on Monday? But you're powering through, which is impressive. Do you regret any of the Sunday activities that are now leading to this?
You know what? I think it really primed me up for today.
Oh,
you know,
training camp.
I think it was kind of like battle testing myself, in a way, because like I've been hungover all day long, and I was like, I'm like, didn't eat everything like that because I was preparing for this, and oh yeah,
You make
we're
some
getting
space.
those burps up.
Obligatory burp. We should get an obligatory burp counter too.
Yeah,
The next time.
next time.
I think it's like number 5 right here for him.
Yeah, but so like kind of being hungover and not eating and everything like that, kind of like, this is like that meal that nothing hits harder than when you have that hungover food that kind of like puts you in a zone, and like kind of gets you back. And obviously, having some of these delicious garage beers is helping too.
Good plug.
Getting myself going. So, so we're doing pretty good. But yeah, yesterday was a feat, dude. Me and my cousin, we put on a show. Every time we put in the pier or whatever at the lake house, it's just one of those things to where it's Mary knows. She's like, she doesn't even text me, doesn't even ask me how we're doing, nothing like that. She just knows that it's a time and things get done. So we went through like a 30 rack of High Life, went through almost a second 30 rack of High Life, and then we were banging some Guinnesses, and it was a time.
Now
High Life, they go down smooth.
Yeah. They do go down smooth.
Not as smooth as a garage beer.
Oh,
so I'm glad you're plugging the garage beer next as much as you can. Dougie, we talked about this being your audition, your second application, if you will, for the garage beer drink with Jason Kelsey opening. Jose, you had the first video of piece of content that I've seen from anyone on like my timeline. You're also in the running, and I know there's 2 openings, so there's a possibility both of you guys could get hired by garage beer and you know what?
Yeah. There you go.
Wait,
no, you guys make bad weathermen. Bad weathermen.
Bad weathermen. Great running mates.
I saw.
So what's going on? What's the plan?
I mean, they haven't really done their part to be like, hey, we like some people, blah blah. Like I know they've liked some videos and submissions and stuff like that. But I mean, it was a fun time. It gave me an excuse to go buy a case of beer and drink while I was working. So that was fun.
On the job.
Yeah. But other than that, like, I mean, right now, Dougie. Ooh, did y'all hear that?
Yeah, I heard it.
Yeah, I was about to say that was serious.
Wow.
Jeez.
Yeah. Maybe that tornado wasn't such a warning.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see.
If you need to, I was gonna say if you need to get down in the basement, but Texas typically doesn't have basements, right? Or
no basements. It's just we're on our own. We go into the tub, I guess.
Underneath it, yeah.
Or no, is that still a thing? Because that's what they told us in the 90s. You go into the tub And
Yeah, you go in the tub and cover yourself up. Or
Yeah, I thought that sound was Dougie's stomach.
Yeah. Yeah, well, dude, I mean, that was the other shit too. Like when you were a kid, dude, like they were like, oh yeah, like duck or whatever into a locker and like hold your head down. What the hell was that gonna do? Just
not.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Could have been lightning, could have been Dougie's stomach, one or the other, or White Castle farts. Although White Castle farts typically, at least for your boy Baloney here, are the silent but deadly type.
Yeah.
No, mine's are loud.
I absolutely ruined your night that one night. Remember when I brought White Castles over to your house? And
that's the thing. Yeah. As soon as that jalapeno cheese hits, Julie knows that we're sleeping in separate bedrooms. It's a spare bedroom situation for whenever we have White Castles, but they're worth it because they are delicious. The jalapeno cheddar ones, I'm a big fan of. Dougie, right. Before that's the last one. So you're on 8.
Last one. This is going to be number 8.
All right, I'm gonna update the counter, and then I do have your original video, your original application for Garage Beer. So I was gonna play that right now.
Hello, Garage Beer. I want to thank you for this opportunity, first and foremost. When I heard that you guys were looking for a couple employees, I started looking at some of these videos at submissions and stuff like that, and there's some great candidates out there. But what sets me apart from everybody else is I'm just an average dude. I go to work every day, I support my family, and I drink some tasty fucking beer. Nothing special. I'm just an average dude, much like Jason with his career in the trenches. That's what I do for a living. I dig trenches, and I provide a service for people. That's pretty much it, man. I'm just a blue-collar worker that likes to chug some beers, have a cigar on my free time, and enjoy my family. So, pretty cut and dry. What does separate me from the rest of everybody else is I'm dedicated as shit. I go to work hurt because I know my family needs me to. I work endless hours because I know my family needs me to. But when I get time like this, I like to sit back, enjoy a nice cigar, and nice gold standard. So, that being said, again, I really appreciate the shower, apparently, after work. Cheers. Anywho, yeah. So now that I've had a Garage Beer bath here, yeah, just gonna go ahead and enjoy the weekend. Thank you guys for thinking of me. Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
No, just opening the beer, that right there.
Yeah.
That was great.
Hell yeah.
You know what I've realized now doing a little bit of content with you, Dougie, for now going on two White Sox seasons, if you will, or two years. When Dougie is looking at the camera and he's got his like whisper quiet voice, he's saying something serious. I feel like you get into like I'm gonna talk serious, but like something's going down, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. So that was good. That was a good first step to the application, and like I mentioned, this is step 2 for the Garage Beers. So how we doing?
Doing all right. I'm for sure gonna finish the beers. I mean, that was never a question. The 2 fries, those things are gonna be dead soldiers. I might try and muscle through another burger or 2, but I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. But,
it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
If anything, this stream might get you a job. If it's not Garage Beers, it might be Goose Island. And if that's the case, this is something we haven't really talked about, and it's thrown out there in the ether, White Sox Twitter and stuff like that. But there is a serious curse of the goose. There's people that believe in the curse of the goose ever since they left the Sox Park and cut ties with both the 108 that had a sponsorship with them and CHGO White Sox had a sponsorship with Goose Island. They want nothing to do with the White Sox Twitter, White Sox personalities, in-game stuff. I feel like maybe bringing the goose back into the fold is the start of the turnaround we need, right? We got the Pope on our side now, and now if we get the goose back in, that would be something.
We could be the people that reverse the curse, and honestly, that's legendary shit.
So yeah, we might pivot this podcast from Garage Beers, Goose Island, baby. If you're watching,
baby, come back.
There's this guy right here. He could be the linchpin to it all.
You can blame it all on me.
Now Praz is saying hire Dougie and HBIC. Hire everybody. Yeah. The curse of the goose is real. This is for real. Dougie is the goose.
I might
that
be.
That is true. Jerry did mention they do sell.
They do. They still sell stuff, but obviously the goose in the landing was like the big attraction, right? Yeah. Now it's the Vizzy View Bar or whatever it is.
Miller Lite Landing.
Yeah, Miller Lite Landing.
That doesn't have the same ring to it though. Goose Landing, like that just sounds better than.
Either way, we got to reverse the curse. This is a good step in the right direction. But for now, keep hammering those garage beers, Dougie, because that's what we started.
Yeah, are you still eating, Dougie?
Still trying.
Well, we're not gonna force you to eat those hamburgers.
Yeah, this is a you thing now. You tell us. You tell us where you're throwing the tossing the white flag. I was gonna say challenge flag. My brain is football, but
there's a battle of attrition right now, boys.
Wave the white flag, if you will. Is it more physical or mental at this point, or both? Obviously.
Oh, it's a mental fuck because I'm staring at it, and I see what's staring at me, and it's not daunting anymore. I mean, the fries are, but the burgers aren't like it. It's not a lot. It's just the body and the mind coincide.
Wow. Some Mitchell over here, he's turning into what's his strong name? I'm trying to think of the trainer from Rocky. Oh, Mickey. He turned into Mickey. Yeah.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
You bum.
You bum. You're training like a bum.
Yeah.
So yeah, we officially lost Joey P. He sent a group text, lost fiber in his house. Fiber is something you might be needing, Dougie.
I am not going to have any problem shitting. So
as much as I love Google Fiber, I don't know if that's what he has, but it almost whenever I fucking need it, they clip a fucking cord somewhere. And we're out of internet for at first it's 3 hours. And I'm like, fuck. But it happens more often than not lately for some reason. But I don't know. I have a beef with Google Fiber. I don't know if that's what he's talking about, but
no, we don't have Google Fiber by us.
No, yeah, we don't.
We have
the fiber's AT&T and does Comcast have it as well?
No, they don't have fiber.
It's just
I think it's just AT&T. Yeah.
Yeah.
Internet's fast. I'll give them that, but
yeah, but if it ain't reliable,
my eyes on you, man.
Yeah, you need the reliability. I know Johnny for the longest time he had the Telemundo internet, but you've conquered those. That's something in the past. You haven't frozen since you moved to your new place.
Yeah, moving helped. Yeah,
I think the moving helped a lot.
Yeah, I'm no longer in a dungeon, so
we're
moving on up, baby. We're moving on up.
Every so often we got the wheel, and we said, "Oh, Johnny's gone. Who knows when it will be back?"
I gotta give you credit, Johnny. I was just over at your place the other day, and I'm not gonna blow up your spot or say what it is or whatever. But Like, you're right next to a freaking sandwich place, dude. And like, I gotta give you credit, man. It looks like a bomb ass fucking sandwich place. Like, I don't think I could live that close to like an establishment like that without, going there every fucking day.
I will say that when I first moved in, I was going there almost every day.
Were you?
Like, it was, because I was like, man, I mean, I would get like a particular sandwich and all that, but I was going there at one point like almost every day, and then I was like, all right, first of all, I got to stop, and second of all, it's very pricey if I could just keep on going out to eat. So, but yeah, it's definitely good. Definitely.
What's your go-to sandwich?
It depends. I mean, they got a lot of good places. I mean, good sandwiches. I'll go for Italian sub. I'll go for that. They got a buffalo chicken sandwich. It's also pretty good as well too. So the they have a pepper and eggplant sandwich that is killer. So I like that, but yeah, you can't go there too much because then I'm gonna start, ballooning up and
Yeah, I
gotta get back in shape.
I was over by you a couple weeks ago, Johnny, and that was the first time I had it. For those that should we? No, we should not say where you live.
No.
No.
It's really good. Their chicken parm was crazy good. Like I mentioned, like a good thing I'm only by you, every so often, maybe during Sox games and stuff like that, because I'd be 500 pounds. That chicken parm was so goddamn good. I thought about it for like the rest of the
That's a good one.
Yeah. Dougie, aren't you by Alpine in Westchester?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Right there. That is a great Italian deli. Phenomenal. Another one that's like kind of equal distance to me, like going the opposite direction, is Frankie's Deli. Frankie's Deli is just world class. They were on Chicago's Best a few times for like their meatball sandwich and a couple other different things. R.I.P. Chicago's Best. I used to love that show.
Yeah, we like that show too, Johnny. We have a special relationship with what was that guy's name from Chicago's Best?
I can't remember.
We can't.
But
the relationship is no longer there. Anyway, the host of Chicago's Best used to wear our merch back when Johnny and I had a different merch shop before the Chicago Sports Bums. This is like 10, 14 years ago. So we would Johnny made the contact. He would wear the shirts on the episodes of Chicago's Best, and
that's fire.
It was cool. Yeah,
cool. We were. It was a really like cool experience because I never thought that I would see any merchandise that I did like on TV or somebody would wear it. So I thought that was pretty cool. You know who also used to be a co-host of that, or they used to also be a host, is Sarah Spain. You remember Sarah Spain used to be on there as well too. I can't for the life of me think of that guy's name right now. Real good guy too. He was real cool, like helping us out.
Ted Brunson.
Oh yeah, Ted Brunson. Yes.
Yeah, Ted Brunson was the guy. They've had a bunch of different hosts and stuff like that, but Ted Brunson was the guy.
There we go. We got somebody from the UK.
Yeah, UK.
Yeah. Let's go.
Cheers.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
What?
Appreciate that. What time is it over there?
I kind of want to ask, like, what kind of football fan he is.
Yeah.
Liverpool's the Premier League champion.
Yeah, Sarah Spain's husband is the founder of the Heckler. The Heckler.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yes.
Brad's a good guy. I met him a bunch of times. We did a couple road trip with him for like the Heckler road trips. Me and Julie went to a Blackhawks game in Nashville with the Heckler crew. Yeah, I used to love that blog. That was OG, like Internet 1.0 blog. It was like Heckler, Deadspin, and Barstool were the three that are like, bored at work. You just fire those up and see who's writing the best blogs. And Brad was fucking funny as hell. The blog days, they don't really exist all that much. Everyone's doing video content, but a good blog still hits. So yeah, I was a big fan of the Heckler.
Just FYI, it's 2:36 hours.
Damn, hell yeah. Appreciate you staying up and watching a bearded man eat hamburgers and drink beers. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
So
cheers, mate.
we're at 22 burgers. I just finished my 22nd.
All right. How are we doing? What are we thinking tap out wise?
Tap out wise, I'm thinking I'm gonna go for. I think I'm done food wise, but I think I'm gonna go one more beer. So it'll be one extra beer, kind of like maybe like a little compensation, for my shortcomings on the other side.
Are you done with the beers? Are you at 8 beers?
This is the 8th beer, and there's like that much left.
Okay. All right. So I'll update that when you're done with that, and then you go one more, and then we call it a stream.
Yeah,
I don't think that's a nothing to sneeze at, Dougie. You should be proud of yourself for this.
Yeah.
This work in
that.
this short amount of time. Like I mentioned, we're only an hour 36 in. If you really wanted to stretch this out, I feel like you probably could have completed it, but we probably would be here till like midnight. So
yeah,
appreciate you thinking of this. This is a good challenge. This is a good fun Monday night stream while we're not doing the bumpcast, and I appreciate everyone in the comments, hopping along and cheering on for Dougie. Praz set the line at 22.5. That was a line set by Vegas, and by Vegas we mean Mike Prezowski. But I thought that was a good line. You're smoking that though.
Yeah. So we're at 32 right now.
Yeah, and you're gonna get that extra beer. I'm gonna have to go back in the comments and see who got the closest. I promised somebody free merch, so
I wonder if anybody who could beat Dougie, his numbers. If anybody could beat Dougie's, 22s.
I don't know. That's.
I think that the times, like I mentioned, it has something to do with it too, right? All of this in under 2 hours. And now, we could stretch it along as we finish the beers and do our other things. But this is a pretty substantial amount of, food consumed and drink
in a small period of time.
A small period. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. The fucking Gordo. He just sent me a text message with an award. Piss poor effort.
Fucking Gordo. Yeah.
Leave it to Gordo to give all those things.
Yeah. Should have killed him when I had the chance.
That's fucking hilarious though. Oh yeah, he did say food items and fries 25. So
well shit.
This is good. Yeah, the beer. The beer is something that although I'm typically and I'm lying because I just got these and I haven't tried them yet, but I'm not typically a pop person to begin with. So I'd much rather have either water or beer with my food than soda. I just got these Sprites with teas.
Oh, how is that?
I don't know. I haven't opened it. I mean, I just opened it. I haven't tried it yet. So I'll give you a live, instant review in a second. But yeah, substituting the pops for beer. That's something else that you should be, it's a step ahead.
Oh, I think 2 more fucking burgers just opened up right now.
All right. Instant, one sip. Everybody knows the rules. I just had a sip. It was, it tastes like Sprite. I didn't get any tea to this.
There's no.
Maybe you got to shake it a little bit.
Yes. Yeah,
it's Sprite with a splash of tea. It's there. I thought it was going to be way more tea forward. It's just like drinking a Sprite. I'm not going to finish
that.
Oh man, Taco just said, "Tell Dougie I could have easily beat him. He's lucky we don't have White Cow." He's one. Look, all I'm gonna say, we need to take some weights to the tailgate, have a weight off, just because he has fake muscles. They're not real.
Oh, popcorn muscles? You're calling him out for popcorn muscles?
Yeah, he's on the juice. Those aren't real. There's no if I ask him to help lift something, there's no benefits to it. It's like air. It's like air in his arms. That's it.
Looks good though. I will give him that. When he had that the first time I noticed it, I think he was either wearing a tank top or he wasn't wearing a normal t-shirt, and you guys were on the pod.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, fucking Taco's jacked. And then he cut a promo a couple weeks ago, obviously without a shirt on. I'm like, this guy's got boulders for shoulders.
No, it's fake. It's all fake. CGI.
CGI.
CGI. There's no way.
Taco's muscles are for show. LOL. This is actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Dougie. Now I'm writing checks that your body's gonna have to cash, which is a problem. But like a Dougie's versus might be a cool thing to do.
Oh yeah.
But it would give him some time to prep for it, you know?
Yeah, you know, we can't be doing this.
Yeah.
This kind of stuff, like the 999 challenge we did last year. We did, like, we got to space them out. We're not going to be putting Dougie through the ringer every 2 weeks and stuff like that.
Fuck.
But yeah, I like that Dougie versus.
Yeah.
Now, all right. Now, say we all have to compete against Dougie. What is your food option that you think maybe we food or drink for that matter
that I could beat Dougie in?
Yeah, or at least try to. Like, I'm not saying you're going to beat him, but like
no. I could probably I think pizza. I really love pizza, so I think I could go like.
Okay.
That was gonna be my answer. My answer is I think slice for slice, whether it's the square or we do triangle cut. I think pizza would be something that, like, it's the same thing, right? Like, if we're going fast, maybe not, but through a span of a couple hours, I feel like I could just keep hammering slices of pizza. But who knows?
Now, is that just the pizza, or are we adding you also have to drink beers as well too?
Yeah, I guess that's a component, right? Because that's what makes Dougie. That's what makes
it challenge.
That's what makes the challenge.
You have to throw in the beer.
Yeah, I think that beer has to be a part.
So yeah, maybe it would be pizza. You have your beer of choice, and then I was gonna say fries because I feel like fries are slowing Dougie down. So maybe maybe we found a weakness in Dougie's.
You found a chink in the armor.
Yeah,
right.
So we got people in the comments saying 100 nuggets. Nuggets,
Ooh,
I feel like
I like that.
Yeah. Chick-fil-A nuggets. I don't like giving Chick-fil-A any credit whatsoever, but their nuggets, my kids like them, and every time we get them, they're fucking good. Gordo's in the comments looking for another heart attack. Hooters wing challenge. You can't be eating Hooters every week, Gordo. This is what fucking got you in this mess to begin with.
Fucking guy.
But wings, I don't know if you can use wings because the wings are all like different sizes.
Yeah, I think you would have to so whenever I get wings, I typically ask for all flats. I'm a big flats guy. So I think that helps, keep them, the same standard. Drumsticks are a fucking wild card.
Yeah.
Especially when you get some of the ones on steroids. They look like an actual piece of chicken. Dougie, are you allergic to shellfish?
No, dude.
That would be a problem.
Dude, shrimp is like my favorite food. So zero chance he's beating me on that.
Yeah, but the problem with shrimp, though, Dougie, are you worried that if you do a food related shrimp, you'll develop an allergy? And I know you could eat a lot of shrimp, but there's only so much you could eat until you get you're gonna end up ruining shrimp for yourself if you do that.
Yeah, maybe. But if I gotta I'm doing anything for the brand, man. Doesn't matter. Allergies.
Yeah, anything for garage beer. I don't know whose brand you're talking about.
Yeah. It can be bought.
I'm kidding.
It can be bought. I like that. I think Maddie Fresh hacked Joey P's account right there.
Ice cream challenge.
He wants to do an ice cream challenge. Sounds like something my daughter would say. I could beat you at eating ice cream.
That'd be toilet for sure. You can't be eating so much ice cream as a 40-year-old man, and I take it from experience. For me, at least, just go straight through you. Oyster challenge is good. I'm not an oyster fan, but Dougie, are you? You fuck with oysters?
Yeah, I love oysters. I guess it'd be pretty interesting or whatever, because I love throwing horseradish and Tabasco on my oysters or whatever. So it would be interesting to see what I could eat quantity wise, because I'm gonna doctor them up the way that I like them.
Yeah. And you sauce them up how you like them.
Yeah, horseradish could.
You know what I would fuck with, me and you, Dougie? I mean, this is gonna be an expensive ass challenge.
All right.
But the shrimp from St. Elmo's.
Oh
the shrimp cocktail. If we somehow got that sponsor, so we didn't have to pay for it, I'd go toe to toe with you on that for sure.
Yeah, that's all you guys. I'm not a really big fan of the shrimp over there.
Yeah, me and you were going ham at that restaurant, dude.
Yeah,
like people weren't finishing, and me and you were fighting for the leftovers.
Yeah, like we saved the cocktail sauce to put in our soup because we like that horseradish. That was so good, man.
So good.
I'm a big fan. Pizza rolls, chicken nuggets, mini corn dogs. Now we're talking between this and the ice cream. Now we got children in the comments.
Little kids stuff going on.
I mean, the mini corn dogs.
Yeah, mini corn dogs. I can fuck up some mini corn dogs.
You guys,
why don't we do a real big like Chicago challenge, like Italian beef sausage and a combo, something that you would put all that stuff together in like a deep dish. Somebody said deep dish pizza too, like a Chicago challenge. Like, can you eat all that stuff in one sitting?
Dude, Winkle Jones is absolutely insane doing a deep dish challenge.
He said he had 9 in a sitting. Was the best he's ever done.
Wait, how big were they?
That's a lot.
Lou's deep dish.
It's
solid. It's a solid. Yeah, it depends on the size, right? If it's a large deep dish compared to a small,
because you're gonna have like a small,
right. But still, 9 is a crazy number.
Damn.
That is fucking constipated for a week.
Right, just that cheese, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's why, Sake Naki challenge, same thing. You'll be shitting a brick for a week.
Yeah.
Did you guys get to these super chats?
Yeah.
I think
White Sox down.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we'll show them again just to appreciate them because we do appreciate them. Dom was at the tailgate.
I just want to make sure.
And then, of course, as always, Gordo, we miss you too. But yeah, we got to the super chats. Appreciate everyone, commenting along. We're wrapping up, but we're in no hurry. How are we doing on the beer and the food, Dougie?
Food, I'm done. I'm cashing out. Beer, I'm like right about here for this last can. So
you finished 8 though, right? You said you're doing 9
this is number 9. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So
I'm gonna update and then I'm gonna say finished.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but not to be expected. That's not a big deal.
Yeah, kudos again. I mean,
and for the people that say, "Oh, I could have done it," blah blah, we have to call the time though. Hour 48.
Yeah.
And the total, because I don't think people can keep up with that pace.
Yeah, I think if I didn't have to eat those fries, I probably could have finished the burgers. If it was just burgers and beer, I think I would have been damn close.
Winkle Jones that's a good comment. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt that. The little subs for Jimmy John's, those are fucking good. I could probably crush a couple of those.
Yeah.
Why don't we do a Mr. Submarine sandwiches subs?
Yeah, you and we could recreate the Mr. Subs commercial with Scottie Pippen and the 2 girls.
Yeah,
but it'll be Johnny and 2 subs.
Johnny and 2 subs. Sounds like something Jason would watch.
Dougie MVB for this week. I agree. This was a valiant, heroic effort.
Give it a shot.
I mean,
I feel bad. I
just told us that he almost killed like 60 beers. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Sunday activities might have contributed a little bit. I think on a good day, whether like now we're talking about like golf or like on a good day with all the conditions being as good as they could be, I think you could have done this, Dougie.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thanks, that like the way you were going into it. Maybe kill all the fries first. And then kind of stagger everything else.
Yeah.
The good thing about Dougie's plumbing is that he knows a guy.
Yeah, I know.
So, but thank you, Jer. Cheers.
Thanks, Jer.
Good to see you this last weekend as well.
Yeah.
Dougie gets one of my W's on Bums in the Bleachers tomorrow. Tune in at 6 p.m. Prez and the Dram Daddy are back talking Cubs. I know they've been away for a couple of weeks, but they did one of this last week that was really good, and now they're going to be on again at 6 p.m. Jose, you doing your podcast
tomorrow? Yes.
Hell yeah.
I really don't know what we're going to be talking about. Mostly, I'm going to be making fun of Taco just because I need to get into his head. But
isn't that? Well, hold on. Isn't that every podcast you guys do?
Yeah. So, yeah, it'll be on tomorrow hopefully at 6. We were on like at 6:05, but it was mostly because we went to a different platform. I don't know. Albert.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about that behind the scenes. I was gonna ask you about what made you switch from StreamYard. It looked different.
You could throw in like the QR codes and the links and stuff.
What'd you do? Like Riverside or something different?
I will get back to you on that.
Yeah.
He just sends me the link. I click on it. He's the mastermind.
Yeah, but for people in the comments that aren't familiar with Jose and the podcast, Boneheads and Brewskis, we had him on the happy hour. We've been collaborating a bunch because, like I told you guys, not on screen and stuff like that. One of my favorite podcasts. You guys make me laugh more than almost anybody on the internet right now.
Appreciate that.
And it's something that like we could relate to, right? You just, you're talking with friends, talking sports, talking nonsense, and it's more busting balls than anything. And I'm telling you, me and Julie sit upstairs, you guys make us laugh so much. Mm-hmm. So you make sure you subscribe to the Boneheads and Brewskis podcast and follow them all over the socials. But you guys are the best. And we're gonna see some of you guys soon at a couple 2-3 things we're doing. So that'll be exciting.
I don't know. Might have a couple of treats for y'all for the tailgate to celebrate Southpaw's 21st birthday. Exciting stuff. I miss you guys. I need to book a couple trips back to Chicago. Beat this weather.
There you go.
Thank you for having me on.
Of course. Thanks for hopping on.
Lil Malort for send off.
Yeah, cheers.
A little housekeeping for us, and then I'll let Dougie have the final word because this was your brainchild. We do have a bumcast tomorrow. Obviously, this is our normal time frame, but we moved it to Tuesday. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about the tailgate this past weekend. We are going to recap our adventure at Sox Park, filming a commercial with our friends on Sox on 35th and Chuck Garfine and everything else. So we're going to deep dive into our experience filming that commercial. So tune in for that. And then we got some White Sox and Bears news and notes, some nonsense, some recap of the weekend and everything else. So we were here today. We'll be back tomorrow doing our usual show. And then, June 8th is the big day. We're going to throw Southpaw's 21st birthday tailgate with our friends on Sox on 35th. It's going to be awesome. I keep teasing a bunch of things we can't announce yet, but tune in to our socials and everything else, because when we do announce them, they're going to be very cool, very fun. So we can't wait to see everyone there. If you can, please RSVP on our Twitter page so we know how much beer and booze and food to bring. But June 8th, it's going to be a fun time. Dougie, how you feeling? Sign us out.
I don't know. I'm happy with my performance, but I'm also sad. Like, I'm looking at the sliders right over here, and I'm like, man, I was so freaking close to finishing that. And it was like one of those deals to where I think if I would have finished that, I could have muscled through those shit French fries. But I just couldn't do it. And I feel like kind of like how you did with the field goal. I kind of feel like I let the people down.
Oh, what the hell? Why do you got to bring my feelings into this? Son of a
Absolutely
bitch.
not.
That was the worst.
Why'd you let him speak last?
Worst weather polluting day in the history of Chicago. God damn it.
It was. Blame Canada.
Blame Canada as always. You did do good work, dude. Everyone is proud of you. This was a fun idea. It was a lot of work, and you fucking killed it. 22 sliders, 9 beers, 3 fries. That's nothing to sneeze at, Dougie.
Yeah.
So everyone in the comments, give Dougie a round of applause, a shout out, and stuff like that. We'll see what the next challenge brings. Garage Beers, hire this man.
Hire this man.
I would be it would be a tough loss for the bums, but it would be proud to say, hey, this guy used to be a bum. Now he's working with Jason Kelsey.
Yeah. I never leave you guys. If they told me I had to decide, I would tell them to pound sand. I'm just being honest with you. I love you guys so much. Like
that's right, Jason Kelsey.
That's only temporary.
I'm fighting for my mans.
They can use me temporarily, but always other than that, I'm a bum for life.
Hell yeah. Bum for life. I like that. All right. We're wrapping up. Thank you guys for in the comments. We'll see you tomorrow. Dougie, great work.
Thank you.
This is everybody.